With the start of Split 3, a lot of Janna's core items have gone nerfed. Her old highest win rate build of Helia Moonstone is now a lot weaker than before. Helia lost a lot of stats, and the biggest nerf was to Moonstone as it no longer gives the 30-35% of heal and shield if there are no allies. That build is still okay, but I've come up with a new one that feels like one of the strongest versions of Janna. My new build revolves around Glacial, specifically the amplification of the slow from the increased heal and shield power. Patch 14.19 made Dawn Core and Forbidden Idol cheaper, which sets up perfectly for our build. Here are the runes. We go Glacial, Magical Footwear, Triple Tonic. Biscuits no longer give mana, so they're honestly pretty bad now, and Cosmic Insight. For secondary, we go Resolve with the classic Font of Life with Revitalize. As for the shards, we go CDR, movement speed, and flat or scaling health depending on if your matchup is hard or not. For the abilities, we're going to start Q and then max E and take flash heal. Moving on to the items, I'm going to go over the core fast and then show you why this all works out so well. So the first item we're going to go is Redemption. I know this item lost 5% heal and shield power, but it's still a really broken item. After Redemption, we're going to go Dawn Core. Dawn Core is a very nice item to build now because although it did lose some AP, it's a lot cheaper and the build path is amazing with Forbidden Idols being super cheap. Right after Dawn Core, we go Moonstone. I said earlier Moonstone did get hard nerfed, but I think it's best as a third item now because in the time you have this build, you're going to be team fighting for most fights, so you're not going to be missing out on the old 30-35% heal and shield if no nearby allies. For the support item, go Dreammaker and you'll get Magical Footwear sometime around Redemption. I always make sure to finish Redemption before I upgrade into tier 2 shoes, which is going to be either Ionian or Swifties, just really depends on if the enemy has a lot of slows or not. If you have a lot of gold, you can flex a fourth item into Mikhail's, Ardent, or Staff, depending on the team comp, but for the most part, you should be going Wardstone. Now, if we look at the scaling of the slow per item component, you can see why this build is so good. Glacial starts with the base 25% slow, which we can hover over here to see, and if we build a Forbidden Idol, it gives us 7% increased slow. If we upgrade it to Redemption, we get another 2% where we now have 34% slow. Now to build towards Dawn Core, we get 2 more Forbidden Idols for only 1200 gold, where we not only get 14% extra slow, but we are already sitting at a 31% increase in heal and shield power. Once we upgrade to Dawn Core, we get another 9% increased slow, which makes Glacial slow for 57%. After Dawn Core, if you get a Bano Glass Mirror, which became cheaper and has more mana regen this patch, it gives us more heal and shield power thanks to Dawn Core, which also increases the slow again. On the full core items, we sit at a 62% slow and we have an insane amount of increased heal and shield power. This build is crazy because the power curve is super smooth because you spike with every component. Your Glacial becomes so strong after a certain point that it's pretty much guaranteed a flash or kill if you catch an immobile champion with it. Another big reason why Glacial is really OP on Janna is because the slow counts as an impairment to the enemy champion, so she gets an extra 20% cooldown refunded on her shield. You'll see my shield get a 20% cooldown when my Q hits and then another 20% later because of Glacial. Quick little commentary on the build. Redemption might feel bad as a first item before boots, especially if you are used to rushing tier 2 boots, but the range and value is just really OP. Being behind from a play doesn't matter because Redemption has a range of 5,500 units. It also has potential to have the most value compared to any support item. If you have good redemption usage, there are no support items that will ever come close to its active value. Alongside with crazy pick potential on Glacial Slow, you also just stat check enemies. This was a 44-minute game and I reduced 2,553 damage with Glacial, healed 1,288 with Font, and had 2,586 bonus healing and 1,778 bonus shielding with Revitalize. If we also look at item stats at the end of the game, it's just absolutely insane. 4k healing from Redemption, 1.8k heal and shield from Moonstone, and around 3k damage blocked and dealt from Dreammaker. This was a longer game, but you can really feel all those stats start adding up as you play this build. I think Janna easily becomes an S tier support with this new loadout. This build is a lot stronger than the Helia Moonstone build, and it's honestly a lot more fun as well. You have a lot more kill pressure because of Glacial, and I feel like you can stat check a lot harder with all of your heals and shields. Let me know what you guys think of the build, and good luck climbing. Thank you so much for watching.